Welcome to the Global Interview. Thank you for listening. This is where you can keep up to date with all the latest news and information direct from leading creatives, leaders, and thinkers. We can help to keep you right up to date with all the latest information from interesting people who make a real difference in this globally connected world. You can find out more about the show at theglobalinterview.com. Enjoy the episode.
Sally Poff, General Manager at Enterpryze APJ. Sally Poff until recently was based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, as General Manager of Enterpryze APJ. Sally's role here was to lead up the Enterpryze APJ team in the KL office, and to expand the team into other markets in SE Asia and to ensure exceptional customer service and work with the partner channel to drive enterprise within the market. Previous to that, Sally worked as Operations Director in Milner Browne, parent company, for over 3 years and Customer Service Director for 5 years previous to that. Sally became part of the IIS, Milner Browne, team in 2005 as support manager and in 2008 became head of client services when the company was acquired. Sally has always ensured the growth of the organization, as well as the success of the customers and projects. Being there from the start, each time the company has stepped up, so too has Sally. Working as part of the management team, she was involved in creating the vision and strategy for the company to achieve the goals. Never a moment to spare. In actuality, Sally always has time for her customers and team alike, supporting more than her role suggests as a key constituent of the Milner Browne structure. Who do you most admire in business? I have great admiration for all the usual innovators and tech greats, but my most profound admiration goes to those who know they have a great idea that's not yet discovered and work tooth and nail to bring their great insight to the market. I know a number of people both personally and professionally who have created a product or service that they know will transform life or business for someone. I greatly admire their grit and determination to drive forward with their idea. They don't always get the financial backing that would propel their product to immediate greatness, but they don't give in, and their perseverance often leads to success, and it must be all the more enjoyable when you work that hard for it. What companies or brands do you like or do you think are getting it right? I don't have a particular brand favorite, but I can appreciate some of the biggies that get it right. Apple, great simple branding and they connected to me with their story. Google, their simplistic logo and use of color attracts me. Our own brand in Enterprise - we recently recreated our software UI and our website, and it's clear, simple and easy to figure out what it does. What is the best advice you have ever received? I work with a great business coach, and one of his key messages is to identify your rocks in the jar. Your rocks are those goals that when achieved will give you the best payback. Do this for both business and personal. I do it daily for tasks that I need to get done, and I also have a quarterly and annual list, which are more goal-orientated. Record them in writing, then prioritize them. What drives or motivates you each day? I used to think it was money, but it's not. I get personally invested in everything that I do professionally. When we provide services, I want them to be excellent. When we provide software, I want it to be the best software in the market. When I am running a team, I want them to be the best team, with the best knowledge and the best attitude. Daily, this drives me to strive for continuous improvement in all of these areas. No company or product is ever complete and seldom perfect, because market requirements are forever changing. You need to be able to flex and fit. That takes energy and engagement, and that is what gets me out of bed in the morning. All that, and knowing that I am making a difference to someone, either a customer or a colleague. What are your thoughts on the future of social media? Probably that it's a necessary evil. I hate what it's done to our children and grandchildren, and how they identify through it, but I appreciate the scope it allows in business. When it's right, it's great, for business. Who doesn't follow their competitors on Twitter and Instagram? It enables a view into what they are doing and enables you to output your wins too. WhatsApp is huge in Asia and is used as an email replacement. Watch this space, it'll be the same here soon. Do you have a mentor or do you mentor anyone? Our CEO is an entrepreneur and a total visionary, and working with him closely for 15 years. I have learned more than I could ever have hoped. Accountability and ownership are two of these. He shows us that a great idea, a true belief and hard work, coupled with a skillful team and boundless energy can only propel you one way, up. Without knowing it, he has mentored me, and I continue to learn from him daily. I have also been lucky to work with a business coach for many years, Shane Craddock. Shane works with business leaders wanting to achieve exceptional results. He has provided me with guidance and insight and given me many tools which help with clarity, focus and organization. I've taught those insights to the teams that I have worked with, particularly throughout the last year in Asia. Providing guidance and support to a newly established team, and helping them to identify a path for their career is very important both for them and for us as an organization. How do you network? Basing this on my recent experience in SE Asia, meeting with other Irish business who set up and grew in the area was a great way. Enterpryze Ireland was key in this, as they introduced me to a wealth of successful Irish business in SE Asia who gave me some great advice on how they scaled their businesses. Here at home, I am involved in a few networking groups, but one of my rocks in the jar over the next 12 months is to look for more, and get more involved. I recently sat on a panel of professionals in the SMB seminar that we were sponsoring in the Helix, DCU, Dublin. Our topic was hiring and retaining talent in expanding businesses. It was great to network with other professionals, both academic and business professionals, with a similar attitude and some great experience. I'd love to do more panel work, discussing my experience working in a company that has expanded both in employee numbers, in product offering and with an increasingly global footprint. How did you get into this line of work and what advice would you have for someone looking to get into the same line of work? Like most people, I was in the right place at the right time, but most importantly, I had the right attitude. I had been with the company for a few years when one side of the business was bought out. We left as a small but highly skilled and extremely motivated group, and then the economy crashed months after. It was a struggle, however, with a visionary and entrepreneurial CEO. Instead of hunkering down and waiting out the storm, we diversified. We opened up in new markets which weren't experiencing a crash, and we focused on developing our own range of add-ons and began developing a business management app, which has now opened us up to every new market across the globe. My advice to anyone is to look for an internship. Assess your suitability to the role in the company while you are intern, and if it's for you, ensure that you bring something to the table that they need. That could be experience, skill or even high energy. Sell yourself and give them a compelling reason to offer you a role. What do you wish you had known when you started out? That communication is key. Even in challenging situations, regular communication, and not being afraid to discuss the issue will always help you to reach a satisfactory conclusion. I used to worry about challenges without fully knowing what the challenge was. Asking the questions and getting the answer progresses an issue so much quicker. I would have been afraid to ask 10 years ago, and now it's my first question: what is the problem, and what does the fix look like? What's the most common reason for people failing or giving up? Lack of self-belief. I know this from experience. If anyone told me 20 years ago that I would be a successful person in business, I wouldn't have believed them then. I have been lucky to work for some great individuals, however, it was one in particular who threw challenges my way, because he had faith in me that I didn't have in myself. I rose to the challenges, and with his help, I began to win them. Those I failed at, he taught me how to always spin it into a lesson learned, and take that experience into my next challenge. If you have a product or a skill that you know will benefit the market, don't deny it, embrace it and work towards it, and never give up. What are you most proud of in your life? The fact that my son says his success in business is down to the example I set for him when he was growing up. As a young, single parent, I worked in a coffee shop for a long time before I got the nerve to attend a course in my local FAS, now SOLAS, in computer skills or ECDL course. Part of the course was 2 weeks placement in a Dublin business. I went for my installation, worked hard and was offered a full-time position. Through each of my next jobs, BT, Dell and Big Red Book, I learned how to shift gear each time I got a new role, and that propelled me further and further in my career path. He saw me live through each of these offices, and it instilled in him a huge hunger to work hard and succeed. It works both ways. He is proud of me, and I am so proud of him. How do you define success? Knowing you are making a positive difference in whatever job you are in. Being part of a team that has created something that can make other businesses better. Being a part of a team that can make an organization profitable. What do you think your unique skills is that has helped you become successful? I really enjoy working with, or building, high-performance teams. creating a culture of innovation, professional development, hard work and work-life balance, so the individuals working with me, as well as the organization I work for, are thriving. What valuable lessons have you learned so far that you could share with our audience? Don't put off until tomorrow anything that you can do today. Don't go to someone with a problem or challenge, without proposing a couple of solutions too. Think before you speak, that's one I am still getting to grips with. Is there anything new you are working on that you would like to share? Since my year in Asia, I have changed tack with my current position, which is working within the products team. It's taken me away from the people management side and enabled me to take some of the product feedback I got in my year on the front line in Asia and incorporate it into our product. It's really rewarding to see it gaining momentum, and knowing the impact it will have on our product within the marketplace. Where is your favorite place? My family have a mobile home in County Wexford. I've been going there for my summers and weekends since I finished school, for over 40 years. Most of my best friends I have met there. Driving in on a Friday evening is like entering another realm. On the approach, I begin to relax, and by the time I arrive, I am chilled and 100% relaxed. It is and always will be my favorite place in the world. What is your hobby? Traveling for sure. I love visiting far-flung places, immersing myself in their culture. Living in Asia until very recently, I had the opportunity to travel to so many places that have been on my bucket list for so long. I combined the backpacking with luxury traveling, so I could really soak it all up. Best times. Most embarrassing experience? Too many to mention, and probably best not to disclose. What are you not very good at and what are you good at? I'm really bad at being succinct. I use too many words, and not always in the right way, but I am aware, and I am trying to improve on this daily. I'm great at channeling a positive attitude. I get up for a walk early in the mornings so I can go to work alert and with a clear head. It really helps me to focus, and I usually figure out some of my challenges on my walk. I'm seldom in a bad mood, so I feel that this is something I am good at. Which words do you overuse? Whoop whoop. I have a colleague who has coined this phrase on receipt of a duty order, and he gets a lot of them. I now use it when celebrating anything, even a decent cup of tea. Your social media platform of choice? LinkedIn keeps me up to date on my industry and business connections. Twitter means I don't have to depress myself with a newspaper. Instagram provides me with additions to my bucket list. When are you happiest? With my family, preferably in our mobile home in Wexford. Your favorite TV show? The favorite TV show is Mad Men. I was a late adopter, but loved it and felt bereft when I finished the box set. Loved that it took us through the decades in terms of fashion, business, attitudes and the importance of having a good brand. What living person do you most admire? Easy. My mum. She comes from a long line of inspirational women, and her dedication, focus and values are phenomenal. She truly is one in a million. A positive phrase you like to share with people. Use it or lose it, works on so many levels. Thank you for listening to this interview on The Global Interview. You can join the Global Interview newsletter at theglobalinterview.com.
Thank you for listening to this episode from The Global Interview. We appreciate your support. If you would like to find out more, please visit theglobalinterview.com.